You're in a band?
I am the band. I mean, yeah, I do have a band members, but yeah.
So what do you call your act?
Well, Kevin Thomas is the standalone name.
Okay.
But it's like Merle Haggard and the Strangers.
Sure.
It's Kevin Thomas and the Kentucky Outlaws, but
hell yeah,
they're not with me every show. But when they are, it's just pretty much like Kevin Thomas's standalone name, but they are the Kentucky Outlaws, you know.
That's awesome, man. Music's a big gap for me, unfortunately. I listen to podcasts and educational stuff, but usually when I have a musician on, I've got Tara on because she can maybe look smarter than I am.
Yeah.
So
I'm a good listener of music. I'm not very good at understanding music.
And you know what's crazy is I don't listen to a lot of music. People, I guess because I just do it as a career.
See, I've heard people say that, but see, I'm a comedian, so it's polar opposite when it comes to comedy. Like with music, I can understand why somebody who does music wouldn't want to listen to music, but with comedy, all I do is listen to. I can listen to stand-up comedy for 5 or 6. Sometimes when I'm in the car, I'll listen to stand-up comedy.
I like stand-up.
Yeah, I don't understand the difference there.
How long have you been doing music?
Full time 3 years.
Hell
3
yeah.
years this month.
That's great. Are you paying the bills with music?
Oh yeah, more than enough.
Great.
Yeah.
That's good to hear too.
That's so tough.
Yeah, man. I've got to the point now where, I'm still completely, pretty much independent. But I'm to the point now to where I don't play any bars no more. All my shows are,
like actual venues?
Well, like actual venues or festivals or, sometimes listening rooms. I'll do those. But some of them ain't able to afford what I charge. So I'm not able to do it. But a lot of my shows right now, I'm kind of in that weird stage where I'm between a Sprinter and a bus. So, like a lot of my shows are like driving to Nashville, getting on a plane, going and playing 2 or 3 stops in an area, getting back on a plane, coming back. And that's kind of what I've been doing from week on, week out this year. So I flew more this year than I have ever pretty much in my life.
What's the biggest show you did this year?
Big show I did. Sun Valley, Idaho. I opened for Josh Malloy. He's a really great dude. If you don't know who Josh Malloy is, I can't talk any more highly of that dude. He's just a damn good dude. And anyways, I opened a show for him in Sun Valley, Idaho, and I think there was 150,000 people there.
How did that feel?
I get more nervous singing in front of 5 people than I do.
See, I know what you mean.
So,
that's me.
Like yesterday, I had a meeting in Nashville with Wassemer Music Group. If you don't know who they are, they're one of the biggest booking agencies in the world, and they represent like Tyler Childers and a bunch of other guys. And they pulled me into a meeting because they offered me a signing contract with them. Start booking and my tours and stuff for me.
That'll really kick off, especially if they. I've seen artists take off overnight doing that kind of stuff too, because these people have the money it takes to put into it.
It definitely takes money behind you.
Yeah.
But they asked me, they was like, "Bring your guitar with you," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna probably play for a couple agents because it's not my first go around. I've had a bunch of meetings and stuff this year and stuff with this kind of thing, and they usually ask me to bring guitar and play a couple songs for them, and I played a couple. I walked in, and there's like 2 or 3 guys there. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting down, and they got this seat out in the middle of this room, and I sat down in it. And they go, okay, give us just a second. And I was like, okay. And they walk out the door, and then they holler. And then like everybody that was in the offices come out and come into this big room, and it's like 30 people in there. Everybody from Wassemer Music Group was in there, and I'm like, well, shit, I didn't know I was playing in front of the whole office, So then I instantly got nervous because I'm like, oh, shit. I'd
be nervous, too. That's like a carear.
Also, you didn't know if you were playing, if they just wanted to see what you look like. I mean.
It's with booking, what they care about is tickets. How personable are you? What kind of show you can put on? What are they kind of looking at? And they strip it down to the rawness of an acoustic performance, and they can tell if you're entertaining or not. We're entertainers, I'm not a singer. I sing good enough to make a living at it, but I'm not good enough. What I consider a singer would be somebody like Teddy Swims, Freddie Mercury, somebody that has the vocals that can just They can just Vince Gill. They can go here and here. You know, I know what I'm good at, and I'll stay there.
You have your tight window,
and I stay there, and I know what I'm good at, and it works, and it has been able to provide me a career, and you know what I excel at is my personality. While on the stage, is I tell stories and things like that connect with the audience, and then they connect with me in that way. I'm the kind of guy that walks in a room, and I start talking to you. Within the first 10 minutes of talking to you, you'll feel like you've known me your whole life.
Yeah, you have a very calming presence.
Very genuine. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that kind of is how that works out for me, and that's what I lean heavy on because I know that's my strong suit. That's what puts me above everybody else is my personality and the way I handle things.
It also works very well with networking.
Very similar.
Yeah, very, very well with networking. It's all about who you know, and you never know what somebody can do for you. That's why you always make friends in the same industry as you. Networking is key in comedy and music.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And life. I mean, if you're in business, you better be networking your ass off, seriously.
Yeah, because, you know, I've networked with you, and I've gotten outstanding opportunities because
Great.
of it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny. I tell people, it's like, record execs ain't going to find you in bars. But that's exactly how my label found me. So it's kind of that one-off.
There's no rules.
A one-off little thing there, you know. They found me playing in a bar and
you playing a solo show?
It was at BBH.
Bluegrass Barrel House.
Yeah, and they was having it was an open mic, but it was a invited open mic. You had to be invited for it.
Oh, okay.
So it was for just trying out for Lori's Roadhouse in Cincinnati, and they had all the people there. And my record exec that found me is from Cincinnati, and he was friends with the people at Lori's. So he come down with them, and he didn't even hear me sing. I just sat down next to him, and we started talking, and he found out about me and stuff, and everything. Didn't even look at my music, and he's just like, "Hey, let me get your email. I want to send you some stuff." I'm like, "Sure." So I gave him my email, and next thing I know, I walk up there, and I didn't really realize what I was walking into when I walked into the label, because I walked in, and there's all these gold records and platinum records all over the wall, and then there's this big old record on the wall, like the main focus of everything, and I look at it, and it's got a bunch of Pokemon on it. And I'm like, what the hell's that?
Hell yeah.
So I walk over there, and I couldn't find out. So the guy that owns the label that I'm signed to, that produces all my stuff and everything, he is the guy that produced the Pokemon theme song.
Wow.
So that was kind of if you look at my arms, I've got, you know, so I'm a nerd at heart.
I know a thing or two about Pokemon.
And, so, that was kind of like a pinch me moment when I walked in and seen that. And then I started looking at all the names, and there was Ozzy Osbourne, Bee Gees. I mean, everybody under the sun he has worked with over the last 45 years.
Is the guy that produced that song and sang the song, are they different people?
Yeah.
Because I've seen the video of the guy that sings the theme song.
It's not.
He does it at conventions sometimes.
I've seen those videos.
He's still getting paid off that, and so is Mark.
His voice is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the producer?
Mark Liggett.
Mark Liggett. Okay.
Okay, here's some trivia for you. I'll give $1 to anybody that can answer this question. What was the name of the season that theme song was on?
That the theme song what?
What was that season called? Anybody? I'll give $1 to them.
I was just watching that the other day.
Is it a region?
No, it is a region.
Jotan?
No, no, good guess though.
Pretty close.
Indigo. This is the Indigo.
Yeah, it was right there. Right there. I knew it was right there in that little section. Man, it's been 20 years since I watched Pokemon, but I remember it pretty vivid.
I just wanted to flex a little bit there.
And so you and I connected through Tuck Fard.
Yeah.
How do you know Tuck?
Well, old Tuck.
He does a good job networking too. Tuck says yes, and that's his superpower. You know, so
very much so. Tuck was me and Tuck met.
Wesley Stanley.
Yeah, let's not go there. But anyways,
we all have a bad thing.
Let's not go there. Hey, this is a positive podcast.
I'm just curious, why Tuck's on one today with that guy.
It never stopped.
You haven't mentioned him around me in a while. And then on today, this is.
It's because that's how me and him met.
Yeah, it just keeps coming back.
Yeah,
but I realized when I met Tuck what kind of person Tuck was compared to that dude, and
I hate that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Is it long enough that we can actually talk about him?
Yeah, I mean, you fuck him. I do not like that man.
I'm just saying, like when we first started doing this podcast, you guys were like, we can't really say it because he's going to sue us.
He can't no more because, he got
because he's dead.
Is he back out?
I don't know.
Because he should have gotten.
He got 5 years in West Virginia, I think.
He should have gotten a persistent felony offender.
His idea of network. Here's what he does. We'll call it like what we called it on the mortgage thing. He's shotgunning people is what he's doing. He'll go. Here's his idea of network. He'll go to Tuck and be like, "Hey Tuck, Billy Hubbard's already on board with this project I want to do. Would you like to do it?" Tuck says, "Yes." Then he goes to me and go, "Hey Billy, Tuck's on board with this project I want to do. Do you want to do it?"
Dishonest.
Yeah, he's very dishonest. And that's how we met him, was through dishonesty.
I thought you were going to say shotgun because what he did was he did like a business version of love bombing on me.
Yeah.
And he's like, your stuff's amazing. I'm a big fan of yours. I've got 4 million followers on socials.
No, he does not.
I know. But I'm saying what he did. I mean, he messaged like a crackhead.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't care if this guy's legit or not.
No, that's what
he messiges like a crackhead.
That guy,
it was just crazy.
Normally, I don't publicly speak out against anybody, but that guy, I will publicly speak out against.
Yeah, he just me and old Tuck it. Well, I got my
He's
money.
a crook.
I got my money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't even talk
tried to fight him
Yeah, I remember.
because he was talking that mess, and then he wasn't wanting to give no money. And I said, "Listen, motherfucker, you want to bring some money over to that venue? Why don't we just beat the shit out of each other right there in the middle of it, Bubby?"
Put on some boxing gloves.
Redneck
They got a
brawl,
hold of
baby.
me.
Hell yeah!
He's one. I will do the redneck brawl if I can fight Wes Stanley.
I can make it happen.
I'd do the redneck brawl if I could
That's the
fight
only-
Roy
that's-
Cottle.
Roy Cottle?
Me and Roy Cottle, 2 musicians, the 2 outlaws going at it in the ring. We're about the same size too. He's a little shorter than
From
me.
Kentucky
but
Music Mafia?
yeah, me and Roy Cottle. He's a good buddy of mine, so I can say it. Me and him, dude. Me and him.
That's actually a
Roy's
really
a-
good
That wouldn't be
idea.
done.
Let's do it.
I messaged Roy. He's going to come on in January.
Actually, I'm going to message Chris about that this evening, actually. Yeah, I might make
We'll
that happen.
do it. Let's do it.
You already talked to Roy?
Because
about
we're
that?
both like the same level in musician, kinda. We got. I mean, if you count followers and stuff, we're right there together and stuff.
Do you
love
think
that. I love
Roy
his
would do
voice.
that?
Dude, I think Roy would do anything for some clout.
Well, by God, we'll get him some clout. Let y'all fight in
He's
front
gonna
of
get
him.
his ass whooped,
Oh, shit.
Roy. But
Oh, shit.
it's gonna be a good time.
Is
Anyway.
this his official call out for
Hey,
Roy?
Roy Cottle, right here. We're gonna prove who's the baddest outlaw in Kentucky, son. He knows I'm messing, but no, it'd be a good time.
I was gonna say, I love Roy.
Shit, I ain't had a good fight in a long time, and you know, music's real stressful, so I'd like to take some of that stress out on his big old head.
in front of
I
10,000
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I wish you would not do it, just to protect your brain and your mouth. Like,
What if he hit you
what if
real
broke your
hard in the
jaw?
head and you couldn't sing anymore?
Well, if he broke my jaw,
That's
I mean, you could
hard
think
to do.
that'd be
You
hard
could
to
hit
do.
a motherfucker real hard.
Well, if he broke your jaw, you'd still sound better than half the TikTok musicians out there.
No, I mean, I'm no business expert, but I would protect this if I were you.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't know. I want to do it.
I mean,
Pretty boy.
I've got my ass kicked a few times.
oh, I have to.
Actually, quite a few times.
I've definitely lost more than one.
But they knew I was there. I made damn sure they knew I was there.
I always make the joke that if I'm getting my ass whooped, they might whoop me, but I'm changing something about them forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My head went to if I had to fight Tuck when he was talking about that story. I would pay a lot of money not to have to fight Tuck.
I wouldn't fight Tuck.
I'd fight Tuck. I'd get my ass whooped, but I'd fight him.
It wouldn't be worth it.
I wouldn't want to
I'm
fight
getting
Tuck.
too old.
You know why I wouldn't want to
don't
fight Tuck?
have-
Because Tuck's a good dude.
Yeah,
I don't have it in me to do it.
I don't see who would want to fight Tuck.
He also has Tuck has more
Wesley.
stories.
Yeah.
Fighting of somehow getting out of not fighting somebody than I've ever heard. Like he's like, I wanted to, and something intervened.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Because there's always potential for charges being pressed and stuff like that. By the end of it, you know, I'll defend myself, but I'm not really looking for any violence.
I'm not either.
That's kind of in my younger years and shit. That's one reason why I'm hesitant to, because like the redneck brawl, it sounds fun, it sounds cool, but
And you get paid for it.
And it's
lumbar
fun.
region of my spine is
I don't even care if I get paid. I just want to fight Ricardo in the state on the you know.
Well, we'll make it happen and we'll pay you. That's how that works.
I just think it'd be fun, dude. I mean, that's fun. It's TV. You know, there's gonna be a lot of cool people there that I can not only meet and become friends, I can network with while I'm there. So you know what it is. Roy's just kind of like that dude that he's a good buddy of mine first and foremost. So I'm not hating on him whatsoever.
You just
I think
know it'd be a good spectacle.
I just think it'd be a good
I'll tell you what
spectacle, and
we
we're
could
both
do, though.
known enough.
I would love to get you on there on one show to do the national anthem.
Oh God!
So you won't be on this Redneck Brawl to
Yeah,
too
the
tight,
show card's
but-
already called. Yeah,
But if they do one in March or April, I could see you being on there. But again, please don't. No, there's no
Yeah.
ups. I mean, I hear you. Here, how about this? I will. We can go and sit in the front row, and then you can network as much as you want.
And then I can be like like they do on wrestling, where you get Roy
Right.
to do it. That way I can pick at
you
him.
can go sing the national anthem.
Yes.
We'll do it that way.
That's how you get all the benefit without breaking, missing teeth and breaking your jaw.
He tricks everybody after he gets done with the anthem. He's like, "All right, Roy, get in the ring."
All right, Roy, I didn't come here to sing this. I come here to whoop your ass.
Like that's like some WWE attitude.
You ought to
Shit.
go anyway. It's
I have been wanting to go to one.
You'd love it, man.
I
love it.
It's my first one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get old Barrett here. I'm gonna get him white girl wasted at a redneck event.
I'm sponsoring a guy called the Monster.
You're sponsoring one of the headline fights.
So it just worked out that way.
Yeah,
The monster.
But he's got he got his trunk. His trunks aren't in yet, but it's going to say Freeman Brothers. On
yeah.
the,
They
on
showed me
belt.
I think it's gonna be wonderful, and that's gonna be so cool. Like, just I can't. I don't know how much redneckery you've ever encountered, but it's gonna be so much fun.
Not much.
I love the Redneck Brawl. Redneck Brawl is one of the best experiences you're gonna have.
It's probably the number one thing I can do to help my image.
Yeah, listen.
Honestly.
Oh, wait, I wish you could go to the weigh-ins. I really wish you could.
I wish I could too.
So the weigh-ins, it's not like UFC. Well, it kind of is, except these people, they're not professional fighters. But
A little sloppy.
yeah. So when they see, some of them know it's they'll put on for the camera, they make it clever and all that. But some of them really want to hurt each other, and at the weigh-ins you'll find that out because we have to break them up.
Yeah, didn't you have to knock someone out?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That's not good.
And we were in this big gym, and this guy wasn't even part of the brawl. He was just some
okay.
19-year-old kid. I didn't know who he was, and he jumped on my back, and I just turned around and punched him real hard. And I didn't mean to. It was just an instinct.
That's a security failure.
We were the security.
We were
Never mind. Just how he did
you
his
failed,
job.
Billy.
No, he did his job.
The guy didn't get mad at me, though. I said, "Oh, man, I'm so sorry." I said, "It's just an instinct." He went, "Damn."
Sounds like you need to hire me for security.
Yeah. Do you? So besides music, do you and social media? That's just those are your full time jobs.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your music like?
Outlaw.
country,
Yeah.
man. I say the shit that other people don't want to say, pretty much, and I don't know, man. I just try to be what I am. I grew up listening to Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings,
Hell yeah.
Jamie Johnson,
Hell
Guy
yeah.
Clark, Billy Joe Shaver, all those guys. You probably don't know who some of those are.
We had a guy in here claim to be Hank the Fourth. This will probably not make the edit. But I asked if his grandpa's the one that sang "Dale Went Down to Georgia."
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, you're talking about I know
Ricky
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I know.
He can still fix his image, by the way. But
He's in a mess right now. A mess.
Yeah, I don't know really what's going on with that, but I do know who he is. Yep.
Yeah.
we just won't talk about it because it won't make the edit because it's an evolving situation.
Yep.
But essentially, everybody thinks he's a fraud, and he has a very easy way out to prove that he's legitimate
Yeah.
heir, and he won't do it.
That the Hank Williams family has offered to pay for. Yeah. So
I didn't tell you, but the family called me.
the family did?
Mm-hmm.
What'd they say?
They said he's a fraud, and we offered DNA, and he won't do it. And we said we've been aware of him for a while. And I was like, and they actually wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was playing a video game, and I had the phone on speaker, and because they wouldn't stop talking about it. I was like, this could have been a 30-second phone call, and it was 45 minutes.
What did they just ask you to take the video down?
No, I told them about the podcast, but I told them I'd already made a decision to not air it. And they're like, we come on the podcast, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah, so I told.
You don't understand. That's yes.
So it was guys.
Tara, you are not.
The problem is they're talking about Jolette and Tracy and Rajani. I don't know what the names of the Hig family is, but they're like he's not related. I was like, I hear you, Jesus. You know, I
don't know. They're doing an awful lot of babbling for someone who thinks they're confident. Let's invite them and invite Hank and not tell them.
Not tell one of us there.
Blow your nose, Hank. Okay, we'll be right back in an hour. That would be hilarious. But anyways, that's what's going on. This guy named Ricky Fitzgerald, he could fix it.
I know of him. I don't know him personally.
So unfortunately, everybody's having to distance themselves from it.
Yeah.
Where have you toured recently?
God, all over the place. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida. I was in Key West for a week.
Ooh, we were just talking about Key West.
Going back there 2 weeks in January.
We were just talking about Key West.
Where's your next show? Today is December. What's today? Today's December 5th, 4th.
Next show would be. I leave Saturday. For Honduras.
What?
Cool. Belize.
It's a terrible time to go down there.
And Cancun.
Venezuela. Gonna take a boat around a little bit.
Do not get on a boat.
Ride around
Yeah, we're cruising, so it's a cruise thing.
Oh, hell yeah. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
All right, what am I not?
Trump literally just blew up a boat off the coast of Venezuela.
Yeah, and all they're going to see.
Over and over again.
All they're going to see is an American.
I'm on a cruise ship. I mean,
you can see cruise ships, buddy.
I don't think he's going to target.
You'll be safe.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Oh, so you're doing a cruise and you're performing? Are they using you as a draw for the cruise? Like, come here?
Kinda. I mean, there's so many people on there. It's just one of those. I'm doing an acoustic thing. And
so, do you get any kind of like benefits on the cruise of doing that?
Yeah. So it just depends. I mean, every cruise, obviously, every promotion is different. It just depends on which ones you're on. But it's not normally paid. So how they do it is you're responsible for getting there at the port and then getting back home on your own dime. They give you pretty much like a free balcony room for you and one other person. They can go on credit. And then you get on board, onshore, offshore credit.
Any money to gamble with?
That's exactly what I'm going to use it for.
Hell yeah.
Because my other thing is gambling.
I love to gamble.
Music's my career. Gambling's my hobby.
Don't get those reversed.
No. And so
money gambling. It's hard to imagine.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm in the green. So
what's your game?
Like it depends on. It really just depends. I like Ultimate Texas Hold'em if I'm playing like that, but if I'm actually preferring like a real table game, I like Texas Hold'em.
So you like the head-to-head games?
I like stuff that I can control.
Right.
Because if I make the wrong decision, that's on me. I don't like shit like slots. I mean, I will play slots, but I don't like pushing a button and hoping. I like to do strategy and try to use, every bit of it takes some bit of luck. But like with poker, there's strategy to it. Like if I make the call and it's wrong, it's on me. If I push a button and I lose all my money, well, I just let a machine determine if I'm going to make money or not. And that's not, and no aspect of my life is like that. I like to have full control over everything I do.
We got to tell them about how I went to the wrong place.
Let you kind of take the lead because you're a lot more funnier than I am.
Well, what happened is Kevin gave me an address and it was kind of approximate, and I pulled up to a place that there's a garage.
It looked like it.
And the garage was like a biker bar kind of thing. It had a pool table, and I just pulled in, and this guy walked up to me. I was like, "I'm here for this music video," and he was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Okay, I'm just going to wait for everybody else." He's like, "Okay." And I hung out with this old man for like an hour until he called me, and he was like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "I'm here. I'm waiting for you." And he's like, "We're waiting for you." And I just hung out with an old man for an hour.
Hell
and
yeah.
He just didn't kick me out. He was like, "Yeah, I guess there's going to be a music video shot here today." Talking to his friends, and I was like, "Okay," didn't think nothing of it. And it turns out I was about a mile away.
Well, did you at least get his number?
No,
was it Mike? I think it was. I think it was Mike. He's a buddy of mine.
He sounds like a cool guy.
And he has a bar. He has like a private bar called IDK. Which is funny because he called it IDK because everybody would leave there and get pulled over, and the cops would be like, "Where you at? Where you come from?" They say IDK, and the cops are like, "We're not playing. Where do you IDK?" You know, yeah, and that's what they would think, and it kind of was pretty funny until the cops caught on. But now, he has like a little private, he has like a private bar and stuff, and
that sounds pretty cool. I need to go meet this man.
And yeah, it's real cool. It's real cool. I've played there, and he has bands.
Don't do a restaurant.
Oh no! I'll stick to what I know. Cards. I'll stick to cards.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably where he was at. And Mike's that kind of dude. Like Mike be like, "Yeah, man." Well, whatever, bro. I'm down to whatever. Yeah, that's kind of how he was.
I mean, I must have forgot about it.
But he didn't care. He's just grateful that somebody done it.
He's like, I guess, man. Fuck it, I guess.
He just kept walking around and cleaning stuff up. And I was like, "You need any help?" And he was like, "Huh?"
He's getting ready. He did show up for the music video at the very end. For the fireside party.
So he saw what you were talking about then.
Well, he already knew about it. He'd already hit me up like earlier in the week and was like, "Hey, you want to shoot this video here?" And I was like, I'll be honest with you, I just didn't respond to him because I get so many messages and stuff that some of them will fade through the cracks. And
my phone has rang 40 times since I've been in
here. I'm trying to be respectful, but yeah, it's just when you're as busy as all of us are. Yeah. You can't hardly carve out 45 minutes of peace.
Yeah, my phone's vibrating.
Yeah, I have a store employees and all kinds of stuff. Which I guess there's worse reasons for. I could have a warrant. They'd be looking for me.
They just showed up and said, asking where you're at.
Could be worse, I guess.
But yeah, the music video was awesome, man.
Who helped you do that?
So Mark Liggett, my producer, him, and a guy by the name of Doug Baker, Doug Baker's worked on all kinds of video stuff, movies, like some, I can't really remember what he said, but there were some famous movies that he's produced, like done video work for and stuff. And so he's definitely in that business of things. And, we all I kind of wrote the script for it all, myself, and then sent it over to Mark. Mark approved it. And then we just kind of fine tuned it the day of and made it what it was. And,
well, Tuck definitely elevated it. Because I didn't know, I don't listen to a lot of music. Don't listen to country outlaw. But with Tuck being in that first 5 seconds, I was grabbed.
That is the reason why I made him who he was, because I knew he'd play the character. He was going to play Uncle Ricky, but it kind of worked out because my guitar player also looks like he grew up in a trailer park.
He didn't want to say. He looked like he had a rough life.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice because Billy's one of my buddies here. But he does. And so I was like, well, guess what? You're driving down from Ohio because I need you to play Uncle Ricky. So he's like, okay. And then his wife ended up being neighbor Pearl, which worked out really good too because she's meant for that stuff. Like that's how her personality is. And
who were the two young girls? It was with Tuck. That pulled up in his truck.
Danny Jenkins, which is my guitar player's wife.
Okay.
She also does a lot of my media when we're on the road.
Young.
Yeah, and then Gracie Yates, which is a singer-songwriter from here in Kentucky.
That's cool.
And stuff. She was the other female.
Is she someone we need to have on the podcast?
Yeah, she's cool. She's really good too.
Yeah.
She's really good. Her and Brock Burton is her boyfriend. Brock, he's another singer-songwriter. They're really good people. And I enjoy
the idea of the podcast is interesting people and things in Kentucky, and we try to focus on and elevate.
Yeah, they're great singer-songwriters. They travel a lot together and do a lot of cool things. So probably.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If you're on social media, you're going to get beat up over something. There are people trying to kill Tuck.
I don't understand.
Same.
We need to get Brandy and
over
Billy
being fat.
You're getting death threats.
Oh, death threats for being fat.
Being fat? What the fuck?
I'll show you after the podcast. Oh yeah, dude. I had this guy that literally said that I was Earth. I would have been better if I was created as an earthworm because I'd actually provide something to the earth
like
instead
of
some value or something. I was like, what? And then he's like,
all jokes aside, that is a pretty good insult.
I mean, it was kind of. So I'm kind of real.
It hurt though.
Pretty creative.
But I'm super petty too. Like I'm the nicest dude you ever meet. But the moment you come at me, I'm not gonna just come to your level. I'm gonna shoot above it. And that's kind of what I did. So I found out I had a buddy of mine, which I'm not gonna say his name, but he knows things.
Oh, we talking about legal shit now? Hell yeah!
And he knows things. And I said, hey, dude, this is that dude's business. This is that dude's name. Find everything out for me. He sent me this list of stuff I was like, okay. So I knew where the dude lived. I knew his address. I knew everything. So I texted him back his address and said, you might want to watch who you talk shit to. Just FYI, because you never know who people know. And then he kind of went silent for a couple days, and then I guess he got on a drunk escapade, and then started messaging me again. I was like, okay, dude. So I called to his, I guess where he lived, and looked up the radio station there, and got booked for an interview with the radio station. And at the end of it, I put him on blast, dude.
That's wild.
Damn.
And then I said, hey, tune into this radio show this date at this time and wait and listen. And you might hear a familiar voice. And I got on there and they done like an hour interview with me. And at the end of it, I said, oh, yeah, by the way, J and C Tile, if you're fat, you might not want to hire him because he is homophobic. Or not homophobic, but fatphobic. That's what I meant. I'm not gay, damn it. Fatphobic. And he don't like fat people and he thinks you're scum of the earth because you're fat. And the radio host was like, and I was like, have a good day, and I hung up.
You know, that radio host was like, what the fuck?
What am I getting sued for now?
Nah, that'd be fine. Hey, I support that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
We bought a house from this girl who was selling it for her grandmother. We bought it for $160,000. When you buy a house, you go to the courthouse and make sure there's no mortgages on it. And if there's mortgage, you got to pay the mortgage company. The guy that went and did a title search missed a mortgage for $110,000. So at the closing, we gave her a check for $160,000, didn't pay the mortgage off. Mortgage company still wants their money. So they're like, all right, well, you got to give us $110,000. Like, we gave it to them. The young girl, I called her a few days later when the error was caught. She said, I've already spent the money. I was like, well, we need the $110,000. You owe the money. It's like, all right, we spent it. I'm not going to give it to you.
Huh. Is that a crime?
A few times. Well, yeah, but we need the money. I don't want to try and put her in jail. I want the house because we buy houses and flip them.
Mm-hmm.
First, it was like the only time I've ever screamed at somebody. I said that she lives in Barberville. I said, the biggest billboard in Barberville, I'm going to buy both the top and bottom board, and I'm going to put Jessica Smith is a thief and a liar, and I'm going to put your face on it.
That's what should I do.
And I'm going to keep that billboard up until you give me your $110,000, or you're going to have to leave town. I literally told her that, and I meant it. I was going to do it.
Hell yeah.
And she brought a $110,000 check to me the next day.
Well, it's handy knowing.
I bet, was that an awkward interaction?
It was a horrible interaction.
Yeah, that's why the good Lord never provided me money early on in life, because he knew that I would use that money to be petty.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older.
Is that petty, or is that...
I want to go back to this interaction. What did she do when she showed up with that check?
She didn't say anything. She just she came to my office and she just left it, and I made sure I went up because she could have just left it with like one of our assistants. I was like, thank you for bringing the check. She goes, and then just left. She wouldn't look at me in the eye. She wouldn't talk to me.
She knew she was.
Yeah, she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad she paid, but I also was like, I really want someone to test me when I actually threaten something like that.
Because you would have done it.
No, I never threaten somebody and not mean it. That's why it's rare that I ever threaten lawsuit or I rarely threaten anybody. Yeah. But I know that if I'm doing it, if I'm threatening it, I'm going to do it.
And you're going to do it. Yeah.
Otherwise, why threaten somebody? Because it doesn't have any weight.
For sure.
But anyway, I don't think have I ever told you that story?
You've told it to me before, but you never went as in depth with it.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't want people to think I'm a bully, but that one I think I was in the right. Billy got a orange tea tattooed on his ankle a few weeks ago here on the podcast. And
Tira was not. They'll see it in the podcast.
Yeah,
Tira was. So I told Tira that I would get this covered up before that. So it is my fault. I'll admit that it's my fault. But entertainment, and it had to be done that day. So I had it done that day. So I apologize. But you could tell.
I shouldn't have brought it up again.
Yeah, she was just
sorry. I didn't think she'd still be mad like a month later.
She's gonna be mad at that for the next 2 years.
Oh God!
I shouldn't have brought it up. No, she was really upset the whole time.
Yeah, you could tell.
You got what done?
This right here. I lost a bet, and I had this tattoo right here.
You got Tennessee or something?
Yeah.
But he'd promised Terry he's going to get another one covered up before that, and he hadn't got around to it.
Yeah.
So she's a little upset about it.
Well, we can go get a tattoo gun.
Who's going to do the tattoo?
I've never done it before, but I'll try.
Not the best intro,
I
but
got a few friends, brother.
Tuck, I've never told you the story how I first heard about you. You went to the train station in Corbin and played like a beer pong game.
Yeah.
And one of my best friends was there. His name's Chris Waltrick. He's tall, long hair. He's got a mushroom from Mario.
Oh, I know Chris.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
Tattoo.
Chris. Yeah.
But he's like, there's this guy there who's really fun, and he wanted us to go get my little toaster tattoo.
Brave little toaster.
Brave little toaster tattoo.
When you get brave little
And
toaster.
so my buddy Chris was like, and this guy was so funny, charismatic that I kind of wanted to do it, but I didn't know if he was serious. And
Hell yeah, he's
now I know that
Ask him if he
Tuck.
wants to.
I'll
Dude,
do it. Hey,
I
I'll do
met
it.
Chris at Austin City. That guy's funny.
But brave little toaster of all the wide world of things to tattoo on your body.
Dude, I'd do that. That's my childhood, bro.
Yeah.
Me too,
Dude,
but
you want to? We
I'll-
can all
let's
get
do
matching
it.
brave
I'll
little
go to
fucking do
Josh's
it.
tonight and get it done.
I'll do it right now. I don't care.
that's the thing about the tattoo culture, though. Once you break the seal, it's easier.
This tattoo right here, I didn't even know what this fucking
You
was
need
going
a
to be
brave
until it
little
was
toaster
already.
tattoo, Barrett.
Right on my ankle.
Yeah, a little tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp for
No,
toaster.
get landlord across your neck.
Landlord. I don't know how much
On your knuckles,
any of that
dude.
could make the edit.
Get it on your knuckles. He's land.
Land and lore.
Pay up.
Get landlord across your knuckles,
knuckles.
and then get like a deed, like a little
That's
tiny
a really
deed
good
right
idea.
here.
An eviction notice.
Oh shit!
And money on the other side of the
Yeah.
money sign.
You want to get Billy is Kentucky.
Kent, Kentucky. I'll leave out the C.
There's
Well, you can actually get. I
CKY.
think you can get Kentucky. You can get it across you.
Yeah.
It'll work out.
So you live in Monticello right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you contemplating any moves to Nashville?
No, hell no.
I hear that a lot from artists. I'm
There's no
always
need in it
surprised.
now anymore. It used to back in the day. That was the only way to get seen. But with social media, dude, like I can stay at home. Well, I stay at home. I'm never home. But there's no. I mean, my rent's $400 a month for my house.
That ain't bad.
No, and it's just a 2-bedroom home. But also, if I go to Nashville, it's gonna be 4 times that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For an apartment. So why would I do that? That don't make no sense. Keep your profits up and your overhead down. That's the business 101. Stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough. That's kind of just how you do it. And if you're really doing music, there's the people around here. You're gonna say, "Oh, music's art," and we do it for the art and all that. That's just an excuse for not wanting to do nothing.
Being successful.
Well,
Yeah.
every art form has different levels of what you're doing. Like there's small town, like for example, you got a mom and pop store and Walmart. They're both essentially the same, but they're on different levels.
Yeah, there's all kinds of landlords that only have one house.
Yeah.
And you got ones that have 1,600 houses.
It is an art form. I agree with that. It
Is an art form,
but
I
it's
agree with
also a business. It's also, no matter how you look at it, it is a business.
If you
I tell you what people get upset about real quick and in a hurry on the internet is if you let them know you're getting paid. Like
Yeah,
if
they
you
hate that shit.
If you post
That's what it is.
anything about your paychecks on social media, it does not matter
There's no-
how hard you're trying. Like they will talk so much shit. And it's like, how about these motherfuckers just appreciate that they're getting it for free?
That doesn't, and what doesn't make sense is it's not charging them
It
anything.
doesn't cost them anything.
And you getting mad and commenting adds more to the
They're,
paycheck.
they're jealous of
Yeah.
that you're getting paid for something they wish they could.
Yeah.
It's the I had a venue reach out to me, close to home. I'm not going to say where. They reached out to me and asked me what I charged, and I told them, what I charged, which is probably about 6 or 7, 8 times more than a local musician in our area charges per show. And I told them, and it's a 90-minute set, not a 3-hour set. So, it's kind of how I do things. And they kind of got mad about it. And next thing I knew, everybody in town knew how much I was charging per show. And people was kind of getting
Had an attitude.
little offended because they acted like I was better than them. And it's not that. I'm just on a higher level.
You're adding value, that much
Yeah.
value.
You
No
know?
one's just giving you money. You're adding that much value.
Yeah, I mean, I bust my ass, dude. I post every day on social media. I travel thousands of miles a week by air and on roads to play these shows. I get compensated what I feel like I'm worth, and that's the only way to build yourself, is to.
It's so hard to ask what the amount you're worth to.
Not for me. It used to be. When I used to charge $300 a show for a 3-hour show, and then I moved up to $600 a show, and now I'm at north of $2,000 a show, acoustic, and like I've paid my damn dues, man. I worked my ass off, so now to me it's not, if they can't afford it, I understand. I'm not for everybody, and that's why I don't play bars. Bars typically can't afford $2,000 a show.
Yeah, Austin City's not spending $2,000
on an acoustic, and I'm playing acoustic. I'm not talking full band. My band is $7,000 to $10,000 to show up. So, places like Austin City, which I love Josh Brock and them. I've been buddies with him for a while and stuff. But it's just not. It's not something he can pay and be profitable in a night. Or make the profit he can make.
I've been doing comedy for a long time, and I started out doing, which I don't do a lot of live shows anymore. I like doing social media. I'll do about maybe at most 30 shows a year, and I don't leave the house for anything less than 2. And most of the shows I do, though, are like the Redneck Brawl pays me a fair wage. Everybody that I work with pays me a fair wage, so I understand what you're talking about. They don't look into a lot of these places. Your contract doesn't include lodging. You got to lodge yourself, pay your own gas, pay your own food, and you have band members and like I have people that work for me that I have to pay. So they think if they pay me $2,500, I'm getting $2,500. I'm not. Yeah. Pay me $2,000 per show. I make about $800.
See, that's kind of where it's different with me. Is I charge a performance fee, so my performance fee is $2,000 flat. That's my guarantee. Now I have a thing called a backdoor deal. So if it's a ticketed event, some things I do are not ticketed events, like private parties and stuff. It's just a straight guarantee, but the guarantee is going to be higher because there's no opportunity to make more with tickets. So what I do is I charge a guarantee. My guarantee is $2,000. Okay, no matter if 2 people show up or 2,000 people show up, I make $2,000. That's my thing. They pay for my hotel, my arrangements. They also fly me or accommodate travel for me, and they pay for that. And that's usually decided. I'll either let them do that, or if they want me to do it, that's fine. But that is added in the contract when sent over, and they sign that. And so I already know the exact number for travel. I already know the exact number for hotels and all that. And if I do it myself, normally the promoter handles all that. So I have them handle it. And the reason why I have them handle it is not because I'm lazy and don't want to do it. It's for the simple fact that I allow them to have their own deals. So if, I have, a 3-star hotel or better, or an Airbnb that has 4 stars or better. Like that's my, that's the smallest you can go on me when you're booking me accommodations to stay. But if you got a buddy, say that dude knows somebody in that area that owns an Airbnb and it's off season, and they can get me in there for $300 for the weekend, and it'd be normally $1,000. Well, I'd have to book it, and it'd be $1,000. But if he book it, it's $300. I'm all about saving them money too.
Yeah,
So I'll let them handle that because they are local there and probably know people that can help.
Well,
accommodate.
I've made a pretty good name for myself on social media, and I'm definitely a well-known person. I wouldn't say I'm famous, but I'm popular enough
You're definitely known.
But I don't think I'm at a level where people would throw, $10,000 at me and book me. Which there's a lot of people that reached out to me. I've had a lot of comedy venues, and they're really fair to me. I don't have a booking agent or a manager or anything like that. I got a buddy named Michael that handles contracts for me. Like he's great with that stuff.
That's probably a mistake.
Yeah, probably. I probably need to fix that. I probably need to actually hire a booking agent and a manager. But see, I've had people that reach out to me. They'll be
like Michael. I'm just saying that's not his best. He's not suited for that.
Yeah, Michael is good. The reason we need more people like Michael, because Michael will tell you exactly what he's good at and what he's not good at. Yeah. Just like me. Yeah, he's a great booking guy.
Okay,
but so like when people reach out to me, they'll be like, Billy, come to Tennessee and do the show for $3,000. We'll give you $200 in travel and we'll get you a room. To me, at my level, that's fabulous.
You'll dance.
I'll dance, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But see, comedy and music is two different levels. Music is everybody wants music. Not everybody wants comedy. Music, music is easier to sell. So somebody at my level, like I have over 2 million collective followers, and a lot of, because music has streams, monthly streams, and all that. They look at that.
Yeah, that's their currency.
Yeah, somebody on my level in music would be making probably 10 times the money I'm making right now.
Yeah, but it's business comes back to the thing, supply demand.
Yeah,
and with music, there's a high demand, but there's a hell of a lot of supplies too, because there's a lot of musicians. Yeah, especially with the form of social media, and there are a lot of comedians too, but they ain't as many comedians as I would say as they are musicians.
No, yeah, the music.
So it's just kind of how it unfolds, because like you said, comedians ain't sought out as much as musicians, but it kind of equals out because of the fact that musicians, there's a shit ton of them, compared to comedians, and stuff like that. But I would, and I may be wrong, with me, they don't look at followers, they don't look at that, they look at streams.
Yeah, that's probably
streams. They look at ticket sales. With you, they're going to look more at your following and ticket sales, because tickets is how they're going to make their money on you.
Yeah, so Kevin, what platforms do you focus on? Social media wise,
all of them. YouTube, not as much. I need to. My thing about YouTube is it's really oriented around long form content. I feel like, and I don't really have any long form. Like, I can do a song that's 3 minutes. You know what I mean? That's not. I don't know if you consider that long form. I don't. But like
YouTube long form's 30 minutes to an hour minimum.
Yeah, and that's kind of what and so it's harder for me to tap into YouTube. So I do mess with it. I do shorts and stuff on there, but I don't do as much as I do. Like, obviously TikTok is more short form content. Facebook's doing really good for me. But they won't, for some reason, monetize my ass, so I'm not making $1 off Facebook, which is bullshit.
You'll get there. They seem to do it in waves, is what I've seen.
Well, I've got 80,000 followers on Facebook.
That's huge.
And they won't even. I can't make a damn $1. I make all my money off subscriptions that people do every month. You know.
How many subscribers do you have?
Shit, I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I got like 20.
Probably. I make $100 a month off Facebook because of that. Maybe $80.
Yeah,
like that. But TikTok, I make. My biggest month was $4,000. My lowest month was probably $600, something like that.
We just set up a Patreon for the podcast. We already have 2 subscribers.
Oh, really?
That's good.
I can't believe it.
Hell yeah. Who were they?
I don't know. Who were they? They gave me their names. One guy named Matt Dillon or something, and a girl. But I was like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I got to do all social media. Because, I've had songs blow up on TikTok that do shit on Facebook. And then I've had.
It's completely different audiences.
Well, and like one of my least streamed songs on Spotify and Apple Music is like is my most streamed song on Pandora. So it's like, it's different.
That's a question for Kevin, but I want you guys to answer too.
Okay.
Have you ever given your time to do like an article or a podcast and they didn't even use it or air it?
Oh yeah.
That's really annoying.
I've had that happen before.
Believe it or not, man, I feel like I get stiffed a lot more than a lot of people. And maybe it's just because, I don't know, man. I've kind of been black sheep from the Kentucky scene early on, mainly because I don't let people just run me over, and I don't let people I just tell it how it is, and
that's hurt your career in some ways.
No, ain't nothing Kentucky can do to hurt my career. It just hurt me with a lot of local promoters that have say in some of the bigger festivals in Kentucky.
And they probably are used to kind of getting their way a little bit more.
Well,
negotiations.
I voiced an opinion early on that, if you don't sound like Tyler Childers or sing about doing meth in a holler, they don't want nothing to do with you. And it's the damn truth. In music, especially in Kentucky, they have this thing called Appalachian soul. Is this new genre that people are trying to push here in Kentucky because they want to, I guess. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't sound like you come from, a holler, you ain't got this backstory of being a drug addict and recovering and stuff like that, which they don't know my story. I've done drugs and done shit and done stuff I'm not proud to talk about. And I just don't talk about it because I'm not proud to talk about it. But some people are proud to talk about
It's
it.
part of their brand.
And it's part of their brand. And if you don't have that as part of your brand, they don't want nothing to do with you. And I do shit totally different than everybody else here. Like, you go and listen to a lot of Kentucky musicians, it's more singer-songwriter based. My stuff ain't. It's more of what you would imagine 70s, 80s country music being with a modern twist. Like, and it's not what they want. It's not what they're chasing sound-wise. And so they've kind of stuffed me in the corner and not let me do things here. So when people ask me, when's your next show in Kentucky? I don't have one. You know, and that's fine because there's a lot of musicians here that can only play in Kentucky because that's the only where they're known. But I'm playing all over the world. I mean, I've got a European tour, UK tour, Scotland, I'll be in the UK, Scotland.
That's really neat.
Next year's coming here and stuff like that. You know, ain't nobody else doing that in Kentucky.
Billy, let's go to a show in Scotland.
I'd love to. I have to renew my passport though.
I just got mine back today.
What's your genetics? Are you Scottish? Any
I
Scottish?
think Neanderthal. I think there's a lot of Neanderthal. Well, there's a German.
Oh, okay.
Germanic. But
Buckland.
do you have a
Big
knot on the back of your skull right above, like, the base? Supposedly that's like leftover Neanderthal genetics, and mine is enormous.
Well, mine actually might be fat. It may actually not
It's
be an
part of the
actual knot.
skull.
I don't know.
I don't know much about
I would,
my I know I'm a
love-
little Irish.
I would love a tuck in Scotland.
Knotmaker?
I would
I
love
don't
a
got
tuck
a
in
knot.
Scotland.
If he
video.
does, it's that Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
You know, that Wigan.
Like you have to fall around just a group of old men
Yeah.
that day.
Have you ever seen the movie Knuckle? About these like two groups, it was Ireland or Scotland, and they were families that just meet up and beat the shit out of each other every so often. And there was this one old man that would steep his hands in petrol for 20 minutes a day because it made him hard. You got to check that out.
That's crazy. Is that
Gangs in New York?
No, it was called Knuckle, and these two families
What
had
the fuck?
hated each other for literally hundreds of years. And they just meet up. Yeah, they just meet up in like an alley and beat the shit out of each other.
That's
And
a
they do
movement
it-
I can get behind.
They do it from time to time. It was a documentary.
The Heaven McCoys do a softball game once a year.
I feel like it should get violent though, just out of respect to their
The
ancestors.
bats have barbed wire on them.
But yeah, the Kentucky scene is
Garbage.
It's you know, there's a lot of good people here, a lot of good musicians here, and the sad part is they'll never do anything because they got people holding them here. Won't let them branch out. And the few that have, like myself and a few of the other guys that have been able to actually build a career out of this and do this stuff, that's kind of what I did. Like when they kind of blacklisted me and was like, "Hey, even though you're like working your ass off, we're not going to give you the opportunities that people that don't work their ass off are getting. But we're just not going to fuck with you." But so what I did is I kind of just went into social media and said, "If you ain't gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna find the ones that will."
You created your own space.
I created my own people, my own brand. And that's got me way farther than anybody in Kentucky could.
That's never
They
been
found
possible before 10 years ago.
Yep.
Social media certainly changed my life and changed your guys' lives.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, oh,
Oh,
yes.
God, yeah. I wouldn't be where I'm at without it. That's for damn sure. I wouldn't,
Yeah, we all created our own. We all create businesses to 100% rely on social media. My businesses, I buy houses for cheap from people, and I'll do a post and say we buy houses. Somebody's grandma just died, or someone's going through a divorce, and they need money
Sure.
now. And so we'll be like, well, it's worth $100,000 on the market. We'll give you 50, and
Yeah.
50,000 is a lot of money. And most people, they need money. And it's the most money they've ever heard of.
$50,000 would be a lot of money.
So I'm like, I can give it to you in a week, and then we do it, and then I tell them that your house is worth $100,000. Let's list it for you. But like, I need money now, so we'll buy it from them. We'll list it for $100, and that's how we make money. 100% of my leads are from Facebook. 100%. I'm not getting calls on the phone. So Facebook's changed.
Facebook's always,
changed my life.
before I ever done music and stuff, I started a pressure washing company that my brother, I don't know if he really does it anymore, but me and him, I started it, and then he come around, and then I brung him in on it. And then I stepped away from the laborish part of it and done like the business side of it and like the office work and the promoting and stuff.
Right.
And he done the labor force stuff. And we done that and we kind of run it that way. And Facebook was always the one that gave me my leads and stuff for jobs and things.
Billy just started a new business, so with the game cards or card games and video games.
Yeah, that's what I've known my whole life.
You're going to learn a lot. I know you had some store experience, but have you ever actually run a store on the back end?
I've run a few, never with like absolute full ownership. So there's a lot that I'm going to learn. I know I'll have, high months and low months, and there's going to be times where I'll barely keep the bills on. I know how it is beginning out.
Or the worst, like having to fire someone.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Just to call me, I'll do it. Just be like, hey, Kevin's got something to say to you. Hey, motherfucker, you're fired.
and here's why.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah, Kevin breaks bad news.
My long-term goal with that is to make enough money to... I'd like to have 3 stores open in the next 3 years, which is...
1 a year. That's a goal.
Yeah, it's a goal. And if I make enough money to open 3 stores, I feel like that's my retirement.
Well, the barrier, I guess, is finding a place to rent and then stocking it. Is that the barrier, or is there more?
Well, I have enough inventory right now to do 2 stores. Inventory-wise, I've got that covered. The overhead would be the lease, moving everything over there, and then I'd have to have an employee over there.
Yeah.
Which means if it's far away, I'd have to hire an employee from that area.
Would you do Lexington?
I would, but I've looked at Lexington. The leases over there, especially in the mall, you're looking at $6,000 a month.
Don't do a mall.
Yeah, but there's other places that are $1,500, and the foot traffic there alone would make it worth it.
Plus, just a huge population.
I'm also a WPN store, though, which means that it's not just me. I'm not just the deciding factor of things. Wizards of the Coast is a big thing. They do Magic Together, and they have to, give me the thumbs up, or it just won't be a WPN store. They have to see how clean it is. They have to see my space, my play space. They have to see my bathroom, all that. So, they want to look at everything. So there's a lot of different factors that would come into opening another store.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because, like, one of the biggest things with me is, like, people who fail to plan to fail.
Yeah.
And, like, with anything you do, like, my biggest thing is, like, music is not my end goal.
Yeah.
Music is just my starting goal. Like, I love music, and that's what makes it worth being able to do it and do what I do. But music has a really high end. I mean, you can make millions of dollars doing music and be relatively known and not be Luke Combs or Jelly Roll. I've got plenty of friends that are, above where I'm at, and they make millions of dollars a year playing music. And with a couple $1 million a year, I can invest that stuff into things like real estate, crypto, or whatever I wanted to do to build up a retirement portfolio for myself to where when I turn 55, hey, man, I ain't got to do 200 dates a year. I can do 30 dates a year, and I can sit at home with my grandkids and enjoy life and then have my real estate and all this bringing me money in to where I don't have to work.
Me and Michael have
and retire.
We have a buddy
and enjoy life.
We have a buddy named Jared. He's a drummer for Cage the Elephant, and that man, he does really well, and he's the first person in the music industry that's on that level of success that I've had the opportunity to sit down and talk to, and he's one of the nicest, most like down to earth people I've ever met. And if you saw him, if you saw this man, you would not think that he had a lot of money. A man dresses like me. He dresses like me. We look like we shop from the same store. I did a show down in Nashville. And he showed up, and I gave him support. And he goes, "Now, Billy, I came out here to support you. Please don't let anybody know who I am or what I'm doing." Oh, yeah, man, I got you.
First thing you do.
First thing I did, I said, "You see that guy out there in the back, the one that looks like he's selling drugs? That is Grammy award-winning drummer for Cage the Elephant. I don't know how in the world this man has won 2 Grammys and still looks like he knows exactly how much Sudafed you're allowed to buy."
That's funny.
2 boxes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
There's 2 boxes.
Oh, that's funny. I think it's very important to have goals and not just have long-term goals like we're talking about, but have short-term goals because it keeps you. And as you know, with anything you do in life, it's very easy to get discouraged, especially with music, especially with comedy. You have very high notes when you're up on the mountain, and you feel like $1 million, and you feel like, man, this shit's actually working out.
Yeah.
And then you get in the valley, and you're like, shit.
Yeah,
I remember what I just was on, and now I'm down here low, and now it sucks, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. And so I think it's very important to not look at stuff on a day-to-day basis, but more look at things on a goal basis and plan short-term goals. And when I say short-term, within a year, like you're doing with your stores, you're wanting to have 3 stores open.
Yep, in
within
3 years. Yep.
That's a short-term goal that's very accomplishable, and you hit your first store. Well, guess what? That's just gonna. And no matter how bad of a year you had, if you're able to open that second store up within that year, you just hit your goal, and now you're on the mountain because you are, and it keeps you wanting to do it because you're achieving stuff. People don't want to do shit that they're not good at. People don't want to do shit that they can't achieve. So if you have this unrealistic goal, like, that's going to take you 10 years to do it, the chances of you not doing it in 10 years because you give up in 5 is very high.
All right. Is there anything that you want to highlight that we need to talk about?
Yeah, Merry Freaking Redneck Christmas. Just dropped the music video. My boy Tuck Fard played Jesco in that. Very
You were
funny.
a beautiful actor. You brought a lot.
Acting.
Dude, that opening scene, money.
It grabbed me and didn't let go.
The opening scene was money.
The perfect amount of butt crack.
Yeah.
Tasteful.
Just the right amount of
should we talk about the original outfit?
Oh, the damn thong. He sent
I don't know. I was going to jokingly say thong.
I did. I sent him a thong that had a reindeer on the front of it.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, hey, try that on. Let me know if it fits. He's like, and then he calls me. He says, I'm going to tell you right now, Kevin, there's too much ball and hair hanging out of this thing probably to be on camera. And I was like, all right, yeah, man, just scratch that then. And he's like, I'm just going to wear some shorts. I'm like, sure, whatever.
No, Kevin's like, that's exactly what we want.
That's what we were looking for.
Kind of is what I wanted, but not at the same time because
It wasn't
I am
ass hanging
very
out.
straight.
that damn thing wasn't but that wide. Didn't do nothing.
I'm so glad you didn't take a picture in it.
You should have.
There was, dude, I got pubes old enough to.
I thought about messing with him and be like, hey, send me a picture.
my.
Let me determine.
I'll puff my shit.
But I also
Talk
I'm
about
very straight.
Talk about a viral photo.
That would have. You
someone
could have made
there.
a calendar. You could have made a calendar.
Yeah,
Tuck's
Talk about
picture
a viral
calendar
music
idea to me
video.
before.
it could be a thing.
Everybody and their brother would have been like, we're going to watch this
I
music
would have
video
put it.
right
I'd
now.
have put the photo right on my shop.
I just feel like
I
calendars
couldn't
aren't a thing
get
anymore.
my-
Everybody just uses their
Oh.
phone.
It was one or the other.
I
Like
understand.
it would hold one.
You got to tuck and squeeze, and it hurts, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Goat, the billy goat.
Yeah, it hurts like a motherfucker, though, I'll
So
tell you.
Merry freaking Christmas, you said?
Merry Freaking Redneck Christmas is the song name. The videos, it's my first music video I've ever done, mainly because I'm all about saving money. But I thought, man, I've got enough friends that are redneck white trash that I can make this shit work.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
With huge following.
Yeah, well, that does help too. But like, I don't care if Tuck had 1 million followers or he had 1. He's still a good buddy of mine, and this is a specimen of a man right here, boys. Like, he is like the definition of redneck right there, and he would have been in my music video regardless.
I mean,
So
Rusky literally took a picture of him and copied it.
Yeah, let's revisit that because I feel like Drewski reposted that video within like 45 minutes of it existing, but he never said another word about it. Now his character was suspiciously dead ass with the chest tattoos and the everything.
No, he literally copied your
It
look.
was copy and paste. And I wish he'd get a hold of me because I can help him design this character a little more
Tuck
thoroughly.
said, I'm not suing you. I want to
think
help
that-
you.
I'm trying to freaking help, you know?
I think he's treating that like the grenade. He threw it and walked away and never looked back.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure he's got a lot of irons in the fire as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
could
doing
only
pretty good
imagine
for
that dude's
himself.
got he's consistently on feeds.
It's just it's just crazy that one thing blew up the internet for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That was wild. I didn't expect that to do as well as it did.
Well, everybody had like notes like, oh, he should have done this, but it got everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, it'd been funnier if you did this. You know, but you watched the whole thing
Yeah.
and then shared it to all your friends. So
Yeah.
he did pretty well.
Get the
Oh,
job
for
done.
sure.
You want to try some of that sausage there, Barrett?
I'm very excited.
Take you a big old bite. Oh, it's
job.
sausage.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just
summer sausage.
summer cooked sausage.
I can't wait.
That's what cowboys used to eat.
It's still thawing.
Oh my gosh.
Deer sausage from that dough.
Yep. I didn't.
Did you say that was the rump?
That would be just ground.
The butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the anus.
It's the
and
best-
the
best part.
testicles of the dough.
Hell yeah.
The nipples.
The dough.
udders. No,
It's like a hot dog, but deer.
I didn't think does had testicles.
well, you haven't seen these bloody ridge deer.
Oh shit.
Oh no, but yeah. So the rut was weird this year. There wasn't. A lot of people had a bad season. Now, luckily for me, part of my property is a good bedding area, and it's pretty reliable. If you just walk through, you'll jump a deer up. You want to take about 5-6 steps, stop. 5-6 steps, and then stop, and then they'll take off and run, and then stop and look back at you, and that's when they fuck up. I said, "Pow!" when I hit a rut. She went down, and I tried to get me another one, but I didn't.
How
see
much
more
meat you got of it? Fill a deep freezer?
It filled my regular freezer. I had
The first year that I didn't buy a deer license since I was 9, because I've been just so busy that I didn't think there was going to be any possibility of me actually getting to go. And I've been around it all year. I went and played music at like big outfitters and shit this year, but I just never. I'm not actually setting a stand with the opportunity to kill my.
He said, "You ain't gonna catch me slipping, fat boy."
But yeah, this year's the first year that I haven't done it. So
Green jeans, boy.
Yeah, I did buy it.
They are the only. That's the only place I've ever been checked for my fishing license, and it's a couple times a year. If you go to Nolan Lake or any of the big lakes,
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Nolan's beautiful, isn't it? It really is.
I played there a few times.
I love to fish. It's one of my favorite little hobbies I do. I don't get to do it a lot though.
Well, come on down. We'll do some fishing.
Hell yeah.
We'll do some fishing.
So this will come out in general around late January, early February. Where will you be then? Will you
Shit,
be in South America?
no, I'll be in.
Vietnam.
That time I'll be Key West
Hell yeah.
and Phoenix.
I love Key
Houston.
West. I love Key West.
I want to see Tuck in Key West. That's what I'd like
Oh,
the idea of just translate
Hobby
Tuck
Island.
into.
I
I'm going to try to get back to.
We have
Hobby
a
Island.
buddy in Key West that owns a yacht.
Wow.
So we was in when I went to Key West. I went to Key West because of the fact that one of my buddies, his name's Rick Lindsay, he owns an insurance company called X Insurance, and X Insurance is one of the biggest insurance companies for high risk insurance. So like NASCAR, motocross, the big boat races you see on the ocean and stuff.
I've never heard of them.
Well, they had the World Championship boat races in Key West in the 1st of November. Well, he'd found me online and everything, and liked what I do, and liked my music. So he's like, "Hey, we'll pay you this big amount of money to come down here, play a show. We'll put you up in one of our big houses." So Rick is a self-made billionaire. He started from nothing and started an insurance company and built it up, and now he owns all kinds of businesses, and he's worth a lot of money.
Must be smart.
A very smart dude. He seen it and took an interest in me and liked what I did and invited me down and got to spend the week down there. And Rick, we've become really good friends now, and got some cool stuff in the works for this coming year together. And but he invited me down, and one of the boats down there for the World Championship boat races, there was a boat that was, I guess, sponsored by a strip club. And they was like, "Hey, we want to bring you, after you get done playing the show, let's have an after party." And I'm like, "Sure." And they was like, "Yeah, just go here." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, I thought it was like a bar, another bar or something. And I get there and I walk in and I'm like, "Oh,
A lot of boobies.
well, there's a lot of females here." And they're all on the back corner. Well, as soon as I walked in, they was all, all the people at the front, like the bouncers and stuff, they already knew who I was and everything. And they was like, "Kevin Thomas." I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And, whatever. I walk in, I'm just looking around, a bunch of women, and and then all of a sudden I hear my name getting hollered, and I look, and there's a VIP table in the back with champagne and stuff. So I go back there, and they got it all marked off. And so I sat back there with them. And, yeah, man, it was kind of...
And that's
kind of crazy. I was like, what the hell?
That sounds like a
I was like, damn, like... And so I was like, hey, you want to go to your office and talk business? And he's like, yeah. So this is the guy that owned the place. And we went and talked over some things and everything. And then I left. But
I didn't think there's any way that story didn't end with like a line of cocaine.
Yeah.
no,
I thought that's where it was
I don't
going.
do drugs no more.
We did cocaine, and then we talked about some
We
business.
hashed
I
out
may be
contracts.
leaving some things out, but
We shared a needle.
cocaine
It's
was
heroin.
one of those things that I did.
That's gross.
We shared-
Yeah,
Blood brothers now. We have Hep C.
yeah. I'm not. I don't do drugs no more. Thank God. But
Probably a good idea.
yeah, I kind of
Just do it later, like when you get really successful.
No,
do it when you're at least 40.
no, I'm good.
I'm just kidding. This is the worst advice I've ever given anybody.
Just do it later.
I think I'm gonna fight Roy Cottle now.
Well, Billy and Tuck have a pact. When they're 80, they're going to blow their hearts out with meth and cocaine. So I'm definitely going to be there for that.
Hell yeah.
Be fun.
Hopefully by then we'll have an estate that he has to look over when we're gone.
Yeah.
Why would you care? It's not your problem anymore. I made that joke to an old couple like a few months ago because I do some wills and estates for people sometimes. And he's like, well, what about this? What about this? I was like, look, it's not going to matter at that point. You're not going to be here. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. And then the wife was like, that's not funny. I was like, that's kind of a half joke, half reality.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I really appreciate you coming down
Yeah,
and
man.
being on.
I appreciate you
Great
having
to
me.
meet you. I was completely in the dark about you. Tuck told me he was bringing you on like a month ago, and I just kind of forgot about it until
That's
you
all
walked
good.
in. So it was fun.
That's all good, brother.
So, but it was great meeting you.
I've known these
and
fellas for a
it's
while.
Yeah, I've
really
known Kevin
good.
for a long time. I love him. I love him to death, man.
Yeah, I've known Billy and Tuck for a pretty good while now, and
That's why it surprised me. Walked in, I went, hell yeah, I ain't seen him in a while.
Yeah, Tuck, I appreciate you organizing this. It's nice to have friends like
so
Tuck
Tuck
and
didn't
Billy.
tell you I was coming.
No,
No, he did. He told me like a month ago, but
He didn't tell me.
He didn't tell
know.
Billy.
No, I didn't know.
I don't know. I'm just here.
it worked out.
I do this every Thursday, so Thursday's becoming like a normal work day for me.
I hate that for you.
It's all right. I mean, I'm fine with it. I
It's
love
not what I signed up for when I became a comedian. Just 9 to 5.
it. I'm just, I guess, really good at this for some reason. I don't know what it is.
All right. That's been another episode of the PropertyTales Podcast. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.